Hello and good morning, beautiful family. Happy Thursday. It is May the 8th, 2025. Let's see where our energy is today. Just as a warning, we might have a boomer interruption. He's sitting here staring at me like, I think I want to come over there. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving of money. It's an RV card. The Lovers, which is, sorry about the naked people. King of Cups going to yell at me. Do I need to cover him up? Lord of mercy. Partnerships. And they are both sixes. All right. The Hermit. All right. So we're waiting on God's time in here. Currently, Four of Pentacles. We've been reserving, stacking it up, investing, whatever that means to you in the future. Seven of Wands. Defending it. Making sure that it doesn't get taken. Eight of Swords. All right. Don't get stuck and trapped into rumors and lies. Use your discernment when it comes to the information, because there's a lot of disinformation out there with the Moon card. There's a lot of confusion about what's going on. Timing, rates, as far as money goes. I don't pick the cards. It's just focusing on that energy. Many people in the community are focused on their future finances. Nine of Cups. This is just some future insight. You will be celebrating soon enough. Two of Pentacles, just give it some time. Well, you didn't get Temperance, so I guess that's a positive thing, right? All right. Wings wants the base card. Star card. Quantum system. Having to make sure that it's up and running and not at risk for the bad guys. Because you did get the Seven of Wands. They have to defend it, protect it, to make sure that it doesn't get infiltrated, which we do know the bad guys have been trying to do. All right. Let's ask our soul today for some advice. What do we need to focus on? The power of humor. Remember, I think we just had this. Remember to laugh and have fun. Don't take everything so seriously. 21, relinquish fears. You can't fear. Don't give the enemy that power. Don't worry about what's coming or not coming. Just relax. And 2 is be open to love, which we just had as well. So maybe you have a fear of falling in love. Are you scared? All right. Let's do the mystic one. And if you're wondering why I'm quiet, it's because I'm half asleep. 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning comes early. But night watch, that's what I do. And of course, getting Lee off to work at 4 a.m. Which he is getting ready for work. Of course, by the time you get this, he'll have already left. All right. Blessings, blessings, blessings. That's what we're manifesting. They're everywhere. Look for them. Even if you got a light, a candle to see them. Be the light. You are a blessing. Remember that. Captured. That's that 8 of Swords that we got. Don't get stuck and reeled in with false information. Okay. Kind of important because there's so much of it right now. Our discernment is kind of having to be jacked up on steroids. Don't believe everything you see and hear. Disinformation is important. Now, of course, you just have the bad guys that like to lie, but disinformation is also important so the bad guys don't catch on to real, true plans. All right, what does LeClaire have for us today? Oh, the old age. 30 is the lily. Old age, maturity, virtue, wisdom, retirement. Yeah, we're all planning to retire, aren't we? Let's just have peace in your heart that your future is planned out. God's got a beautiful plan for you. And boy, I think we're all feeling the old age part, right? Ancient wisdom. It's within you. 5 is the tree. Talk about ancient wisdom. Remember, we're growing. This is spiritual vitality, stuff from the past. Maybe your family tree has some things that needs to be cleaned out of it. But this is also a good reminder to stay grounded. Okay, go hug a tree today. It's a good feeling. And 22 is our crossroads are back. So we've got some tough decisions. Maybe you're making them now. Maybe you'll be making them in the future. Maybe you'll be separating from people and things. You'll have to choose. Remember, choice is a good thing because it's a reminder of your free will. Sometimes you just got to roll the dice and take a chance. But really, study your gut. What is your gut telling you? A little golden insight. Safe. What you value is safe. Protect what's yours. Secrets are safe. Hidden valuable information. Been lots of information coming out, but once again, we have to use our discernment. Whatever you've been investing in, make sure that it's safe. Okay, don't make yourself a target. Our ballerina is back. Remember, discipline, perseverance. All right, staying focused. Handcuffs. Who's going to jail? It ain't me. I have an alibi. Feeling powerless. Well, you got the cage. You got the 8 of Swords. You feel stuck. You're being held back from all the things that you want to do. We have to get out of the mindset that we're powerless. You are not. You're divine. Have things slowed down or paused in your life, possibly, but that doesn't mean that you are truly stuck. You have to use your intuition to get out of it. All right, this is a mindset. The rose is back. This is just feminine beauty. Feelings of love. I saw you lovebirds out there seeking Cupid. Romance is still in the air. Uh-oh. We're still trying to take the steering wheel away from Jesus. This is wanting control. You want to call all the shots. All right. You want to control what direction and what timing. And at this point, we have to get out of the mindset that you can't run all the red lights and stop signs. Okay. We are not in control here of the bigger stuff. And when we realize that, we can have peace of mind. Okay. We can't control everything. And I know that we always tell you on the round table, if it's something that's in your control, okay, go ahead and make your choices and decisions of what you need to do to change the situation. If it's out of your control, stop worrying about it. You're not stuck. It'll just happen when it happens. It's a very hard pill to swallow when we live in a microwave society and drive through windows and convenience. It's not always fun. Sometimes it's just got to slow cook. All right. He wants Calaveras back in here today. Anchoring ourselves. Number 6, staying grounded like that tree. You know, what holds your feet firmly planted on the ground and, you know, keeps your head out of the clouds. Mine is my faith. Number 8 is the butterfly. Remember, we're going through a transition phase. Sometimes it takes a little while to come out of that cocoon. So we're going to start preaching about patience today. Look, you hear it. You got another tree. Number 7. 6, 7, 8. Grounding, roots, past. Like I said, if you've got some of these past family, you can call it karma or whatever. Some people call it family curses. Whatever term you want to use. If you've got some trimming and pruning to do with that tree to cleanse it and restart it, I have seen and witnessed having to spiritually burn down a tree and replant and start all over again and have regrowth start. And that's fine. That's how we break the bad cycles. So ask yourself if that's something that needs to be done. This is something that Nadia is really well and that we do well together if you need that done spiritually. All right, number 28 is your fish. And this is always a reminder that, for your lovebirds, there's plenty of fish in the sea. You're not going to be alone unless you choose to be. But you know what I'm going to tell you. Just keep swimming. I know it feels like you're running around and swimming in circles right now, but it is what it is, right? I know some people hate that line, but that's what I say when there's something that I can't control. It is what it is. All right. What's the vibe? How are we doing energetically? I think we're doing okay. I think, according to the tarot cards, they're always revealing that people's... No, Wings, we're not singing Snoop Dogg. Okay. All right. He's got his mind on his money and his money on his mind. Okay. Alrighty then. now that he's had his 2 cents. We can't stay focused only on finances. There's so much work to be done that has to do with spiritual work. Maybe it's self-work, self-reflecting, soul-searching, activating spiritual gifts, cleansing our part of Gaia's grid, whatever that is. We can't, I know what you're going to tell me. Well, it would help if we could have some money to make this on a larger scale. I get it. But you have internal gifts that can spiritually raise the frequency without any money. Oh, they want us to remember to laugh again. Happiness, joy. It brings healing. Laughter is the best medicine. All right. Cutting ties, freedom, standing up, and awakening. Yeah. There's still people that are currently, no, Mr. Boomer, don't even think about it. He's going to be sassy and defy me, I know. There are ugh, you rotten thing. All right. Mr. Boomer, it's going to go outside for a few minutes. Anyway, where were we? Oh, we're still cutting ties. It could be family, friends, coworkers, whatever. But I like to look at it as cutting ties with the dogma, the lies, all this crap matrix that they've kept us in. We're just agreeing not to do it anymore. Like, nope, you're not fooling us. This is the Great Awakening. Cut the strings. We're not puppets. Shattered, broken nightmares, failures. This is the stuff that needs to be cleaned up. Okay? If you are broken and need to really work through some things, maybe it haunts you in your dreams. Don't focus on the failures. You got to learn to forgive yourself, forgive others. We make choices in life and sometimes they're not good, but we have to learn to move on. If you're really, truly broken, reach out. We can help clean up those trees. All right. Clingy. Old exes, dead relationships, old ways. We got to cut ties. Whether it's a person or the old ways, education that we've been brainwashed into believing, we got to cut it. We got to prune that tree. Oh, we're still partying at the club. All right, you lovebirds out there. If you want to find your love interest at the club, go for it. Can you stay off the pole, okay, strip teases? Are you gambling? No offense to anybody that lives in Vegas. Yeah. Well, I love my sister Nadia. If you can keep her off the pole, maybe you'll have a turn. But some people, this is the younger generation, not all of them, but some of them are just focused on partying. That's just their cycle, the phase that they're at in their life. If that's you, what are you getting out of it? Just curious. All right. Grow up and have patience. Okay, temperance didn't come in. They just gave it to us in a different form. Oh my goodness. Yeah, grow up. Nightlife isn't always fun, right? Know who you are, your autonomy, and how individual and unique you are. That should empower you. Okay, self-confidence is very attracting for you lovebirds seeking a partner. Clarity as you wish. Stay present. Truth emerges. Well, we are in truth cycles right now of disclosure, and we were told that it would be. Some are, we get impatient because a lot of the stuff that's coming out, we already know, and we're like, yeah, yada, 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 yada. But we have to remember there's so many out there that have never heard this, and this is shocking and eye-opening. We have wished for exposure, and it's happening. It's going to be up to us to help others have clarity of what they're seeing and hearing. All right? And be in the moment. This is the phase that we're in our transition. Share gossip and disclose. The power of disclosure. Share your truth with caution and discernment. So we pay attention what we're hearing, like the tarot card said, the moon and the Eight of Swords is about being hoodwinked. Be careful what you're sharing. I'll share everything with you and let you decide how you want to take it. There's a lot of it that doesn't sit right with me, and I'll tell you that. But once again, we're still focusing on disclosure. And there's going to come a day when a lot of the rest of the world are going to come to those who were labeled crazy and conspiracy theorists. Well, you've talked about this before. What's really going on? Share what you know to be true, not what could be true. You just disclose, well, this is what we think, this is what we know, and then let them decide. Don't try to cram it down their throat. We're not beating anybody over the head with like Bible thumpers, okay? I love the Bible, what we have, but discernment is free will. Success and abundance, status and privilege, maintaining humility and balance. This is also important. If we've got the big head about all this money, don't let the ego take over and think that we don't need to replace the 1% who have claimed themselves to be the elite and replace it with another set of bad people. Have humility, because if we don't humble ourselves before God, 2 Corinthians 7:14 is very important to remember. All right, if my people call me by name shall humble themselves, he will heal their land. Cry out to heaven. He will hear you. Humble yourself, because we ain't Jesus. All right? He gives abundance. He can remove abundance. All right? That's why we always have gratitude. And we don't take credit. We say all honor and glory to the divine creator. All right. Denial. Being a little haughty. All right. Meaning, standoffish. Reminder behavior. Avoid the heart. Face the reality. I dare say use common sense? What? Sometimes it's in your face. If you're in denial about what's really going on, thank you, Wings. He said this is for people that are going to come to you about disclosure and what they're hearing, because they may be in denial. This can't be true. How can this be true? We're not high and mighty. Remember to be humble and use humility when you confront and say yes. You've got to think about it. Watch your behavior. This is not the time to say, told you so. All right, that's not humility. That's being cocky. All right, they have to face a reality that they weren't prepared for, and that is very hard. Remember where you were when you started waking up. All right, let's move to future predictions. Sorry if that echoes really loud. I don't exactly have a soundproof studio. This is just amateur, no editing, in my house production. You get what you get, and if you don't like it, just turn it off. Don't hurt my feelings. All right. Possible future events. Tsunami's back. We're watching the water still. Okay, now it can be metaphorically. It's getting deep in here. But I always relate this to earthquakes. It is highly possible that it can cause damaging tsunamis. Support roles. Okay, Wings. He's saying watch the British Crown right now. I don't know. Apparently there's some stories. He says Prince Andrew. Interesting. Okay. And that they've had their hand dipped in a lot of things. And that's, if you're from, Britain and you're not aware of how nasty the monarchy is, this is probably not the channel for you unless you're willing to be open-minded. Stay put. Uh-oh. We may be getting some information to say, you know what? You need to stay at home. Does that ring a bell? EBS? The greater good. It's for the greater good. This is all happening for the greater good. And AI tech is a very real thing and will continue to grow. It is just the stage that we're at. You're going to see a lot more of it. Always use your discernment of what you accept, because there is good AI and there is bad AI. We do not allow things to enter our body that can manipulate us and have mind control. But there is good AI. It makes you more comfortable, helps you out with some things. There's nothing wrong with that. But transhumanism, half robot, half human, no, I don't think so. Okay. All right. How about a animal to cuddle with, or 2 or 3? Boomer's probably outside playing with his possum friend, or his chipmunk, or his groundhog. It's hard to tell. I'll probably be changing this deck soon. And I've got plenty of spiritual animal totems, decks that I can use. Hummingbird's back. 34. Be here now. Be in the moment. So today's message so far, we've had a lot of different things, but be in the here and now, be in the moment, and laugh. They want you to enjoy it. 34. We just had these. 65. I just shuffled them. Whale Spirit. Trust the Great Mystery. 65. Remember the Akashic Records? The mystery of the real truth behind things. And number 2 is the Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. Well, sometimes it doesn't feel that way. We know. Like slow as a turtle, if not slower. But in many ways, it is speeding up. Think about it. This could take another 20 years. Can you imagine? Will it? I don't believe so. I don't feel that. All right. So those are your animals. Let's do a little math. Let's do some tokens. He's messing with me. I was holding on to him, waiting for him to tell me to quit. He just, and he was dragging it out. And okay. All right. 124. All right. So we have Zodiac. 36 is glasses. Number 7, our sports car's back. Number 9 is our lantern. Number 38 is a little dingy bell. Service bell. All right. 124 Zodiac is Scorpio. Scorpio. Now, your affirmation for Scorpio is I desire. Now, remember, when you're stating your heart and your desire, your wants and your needs to the divine creator, you be very specific. We've talked about the analogy of divine creator, I want a new car. And he goes, okay. Yes, he knows your heart, but he wants you to have a conversation with him. He wants you to be specific. If not, you might wake up to an Amazon package that has a Matchbox car in it. Okay, be specific. So what does your heart desire? You can say world peace. That's fine. Be specific. Where do you want peace? And yes, I know, globally, but right now, where do we need it? Think about the war-torn countries. All right, 36 is our glasses, which I'm glad I have mine on. Needing clarity, looking at all of the details. This is where we use our discernment in everything so we don't get tricked. Okay, we have to study all the information that we have and decide whether it's real or not. Get a different perspective. Focus in a little bit harder. And if you're not getting an answer right away, maybe you're not meant to. Walk away. Take a break. Number 9 is the lantern. And this always reminds me of the hermit card that we did get. And he uses it to shine his light. And we got the candle as well today. So, inner journey in solitude, seeking light within. So, this is another representation of the hermit and doing that soul searching. If you're still trying to figure out who you are, what you want, what your purpose is, you have to go within to find that. You know, we tarot readers or divination, people that use divination tools, they can help guide, but this is something you have to truly take an inner journey and figure out for yourself. Okay? All right, 38 is our little ringy-dingy service bill. All right, service bell. Something needs your attention or servicing. Remember, watch for signs and synchronicities because Divine Spirit will tell you what is needed, okay, and what needs to be focused on. Number 7 is our car. We're going places, indicating movement and travel. Maybe some of you are. Maybe some of you will be here in the near future. Always make sure you got fuel in the tank and that it's up and running. Even if you got an old clunker, it's all right if you can get from point A to point B because you might need one. Maybe you've got a 1-800 number appointment coming up. Make sure you got a way to get there. All right, so that's our tokens. Let's bring in the buttons. Got another token stuck in here. How this happens, I don't know. I think Wings does it. I think he messes with me. He's laughing. And we got a fishy and a rose. So we got some repeats. So we have a rose and we have the fishy. Ain't no coinky dinks. All right. Number 2 is the fish. Keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Dive into the psychic stuff. 20. No, that's not 21. That's 2. That's 71. And 71 is love, passion, and purity. All right. Maybe you're going to get a rose. You're going on a date. It's also a good reminder to stop and smell the roses. Be present, be in the moment. They really want us to focus on that today. 56. Oh, they're so funny. Oh, you almost had it. Dangling carrot. 56. Oh, so close. They're funny. Yeah, being led by someone other than yourself. Use your discernment. Of course, we know because you can intuitively read what it feels like to you as well, not just based on what the book says. And this does feel like life right now is a dangling carrot. There are things that we want to see happen, and they're like, oop, almost, come on, just a little bit further. All right. But if you're being led by someone other than yourself, make sure it's a good thing, not a bad thing. And number 28 is the shadow. Yeah, seeing one's shadow side, someone unaware of their dark side. This is that shadow work and inner work that needs to be done. You have to go within, find the light, work on those tree branches that may need cleaned up. Okay, pruning is all right. All right, the tree is not dead or you wouldn't be here. Sometimes you have to give it a fresh start, even if it's burning it down to the roots. As long as there's life in the roots, it will sprout new life and transform again. Okay? All right, guys, that is your message for this Thursday. I hope you have a very, very blessed day. And I got to go let Boomer back in. But I will see you in the morning for Friday's message, where, we'll always... Pants are optional, and I'll do the 80s deck to get you through the weekend. And tomorrow, hopefully I'll remind myself to wish all you mamas a very happy Mother's Day if you celebrate. All right, guys, that is it. Remember, you know what I'm going to tell you. God loves you, and so do I.